and welcome back to another survey. I'm so happy that you agreed to be a part of this next set of questionnaires that we have here. It's really good to see you again. I have here 30 thought-provoking, yet also personal questions that I would like you to answer for me. The best part about this survey is that although they are thought-provoking and personal questions, you do not have to answer them on the spot. You will be taking this questionnaire home with you and emailing it directly back to me. So, since I've seen you many times here before, I'm just going to do a quick confirmation before we get started with the questionnaire. Okay. Okay, so I'm pulling up your file here. Okay, if you can just please confirm your name for me. Perfect. Okay, so let's just confirm your email because I'm sending these questions directly to your email account. Okay, could you spell that out for me, please? Great. Just finishing up here. So, I can see that we've had you in here quite a few times before. You've answered some this or that questions and other various questions for us, so I really do appreciate it. I'm so happy to see you here once again. Now, for this set of questions, as I said, they are 30 personal yet thought-provoking questions for you. I will be reading them to you one by one in order to confirm that you do understand each question before you are able to take this home with you and answer these via email. Now, you can be as long-winded with your answer as you so choose, or you can be very short. Some of them do require an explanation, so it is appreciated if you do go into a little bit of detail here. I do not expect you to answer them all right now on the spot. Some of our previous questionnaires required your immediate thoughts. This one is going to be deep diving a little bit into your personality, so we do not require such a immediate response. You can say, I would really like you to go home and reflect on these, but I'm going to be reading you each question and I will be stopping you in between to ask you if you feel uncomfortable or to answer any questions for you. But if I do not stop, feel free to stop me and to let me know if you would like me to remove any of these questions and replace them with a different question. I have a few backup ones as well, but I don't think you should have any trouble with these. These were curated for you personally based on your previous responses in the former questionnaires. I think these should be good for you. And after all, you can take these home and answer them within 24 hours, I would prefer. But I'm again very appreciative of you being a part of this questionnaire survey. And without further ado, I'm going to be reading you all 30 questions. Okay, so let's just pull up the questions here. Great. Let us begin. Question number 1. Are you currently happy with your life? Yes. They are seemingly simple, but they can be quite invasive, if you will. So like I said, some of these can be yes or no. For example, you can simply put a yes or a no, but I would like some elaboration if you would care to. That would be very much appreciated. So just keep this in mind for when you're answering these questions at home. Question number 2. When was the last time you cried? This also has the follow-up question of why, so you do not have to answer this or explain, but I would really appreciate if you did. Okay, next. Question number 3. What is one guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? Yes, so this can be anything from, let's say, food-related, leisurely activities, maybe watching a certain show, a guilty pleasure, if you will, but it's something that makes you feel good, but too good to give up, essentially. So I would really appreciate if you could explain and go into detail on why you wouldn't be able to give this up. Okay. Next, question number 4. If you die today, what will you be happy to have experienced? Is that okay? Okay. Question number 5. What are your healthy and unhealthy habits? Yes. Okay. Again, a list would be appreciated. Perfect. Question number 6. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Yes, you do not have to specify the time that you wake up, but all of these little details are actually very helpful for us. Okay, thank you. Question number 7. What do you want people to feel when they're around you? Yes, so what emotional state would you like someone to be in when they're in your presence, rather? Perfect. Question number 8. Have you ever cheated on someone or helped someone else cheat? In this case, we're talking about the romantic style of cheating, not necessarily a test. But if you do not have the romantic experience, you can include any experience that makes you feel that way, by all means. Okay. Question number 9. What is something about life that people don't appreciate as much as they should? So this question is unique in the sense that it is personal. We are getting your personal thoughts, but it is not personal to you per se. It is sort of a generalization about how you feel people function. Perfect. Question number 10, a little bit more personal. What instantly makes you angry? Yes. So if you can just please report back for those specifics, like I said, what makes you angry. You can go into detail, or you can simply say one answer if you prefer not to go into detail. These are personal, so being personal will help us in this study, but it is not frowned upon if you don't feel comfortable enough. Are these questions so far okay for you? Okay, let's take a little break here. Inputting my information. Okay, so essentially you are perfectly fine with the first 10 questions. Overall, how did these first questions make you feel? Did you feel that they were more personal or thought-provoking, or both? Okay. Perfect. Okay, so if you would like to continue, I would really like to read you the next 10 questions of these 30, beginning at question number 11. Perfect. Okay, the next question. Have you ever experienced something you couldn't explain? Yes, this could be anything inexplainable. It seems ironic to be asking a question, therefore if you cannot explain to us, you can simply say yes or no for this specific question. Alright? Perfect. Question number 12. In what area of your life are you most immature? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Question number 13. Do you stay in touch with people forever or maintain distance when they are not part of your life anymore? Okay. Do you need clarification? So this question, usually we appreciate a more romantic answer, but if you do not have the experience, even something like a friendship would be appreciated. Of course, it just is understandable that you would have mixed feelings about this question because, like I said, these questions are personal and they can go either way. So if you're having trouble with this one, if you can give an example of someone that you have stayed in touch with and someone you have maintained distance with and why, I would appreciate that for this question. Does that clarify things for you? Perfect. Okay. Next, question number 14. When was the last time you screamed at the top of your lungs? Right. Again, this can be because you were angry or excited, but I would like to know when the last time was and also why. Okay, so let's add that in here. Just a note on why. Clarification. Perfect. Question number 15. How would you describe yourself in 3 sentences? I will not expand on this because it is pretty self-explanatory and there is no wrong answer for this one. Okay. Question number 16. What is the worst thing that somebody has walked in on you doing? I will not go into details, but this one can get quite personal. Question number 17. Do you make decisions more with your head or with your heart? And why? Of course, at times we can be making decisions with our head or with our heart, but I would really appreciate you to think about that, give it some reflection, and overall, what do you tend to make more decisions with, your head or your heart? So, heart-based, emotional, or head-based, thoughtful? Perfect. Okay, so far so good. Question number 18. Is your first impression of a person usually accurate or inaccurate? Okay, wonderful. Question number 19. What's something you find attractive that most people don't? Now, yes, this, as you can imagine, is specific to an attraction in a partner. So, a general quality that you find attractive in another human being. And it is basically, I guess, something you would assume that someone else wouldn't necessarily find attractive, but for you, you do. So I'll repeat. What is something you find attractive that most people do not find attractive? Perfect. Okay. Question number 20 of 30. What are the 3 most important things in your life? You do not have to answer why for this question, but as I've said, additional information is always appreciated. Okay, great. How do you feel? Are these getting a little bit more personal or more thought-provoking, would you say? Perhaps both? Perfect. I'm just going to record that. Okay. Perfect. Yes, I see it. Great. Okay, so essentially you have completed 2/3 of the questionnaire. In the sense that I've read it to you, you of course haven't completed anything because you haven't answered anything. But that is all in due time. The most important part is me reading the questions, you understanding the questions, and this actually does slowly get those juices flowing in your brain and it activates your thoughts. So as I'm asking you the question, believe it or not, you are thinking about the answer, even if you don't quite have it yet. This just makes the questionnaire easier to fill out when you are home. Okay. Yes, so we are now ready for the next 10 questions. Question number 21. When you're upset, do you want to be left alone or do you want attention, and why? Yes. Definitely. I know that these can vary sometimes, but this is just a sort of intuitive answer that you'll be giving, so usually you'll find that you will know your answer and feel comfortable with it once you're at home. Perfect. Question number 22. What is the worst thing a person can do that is not illegal? Yes, so as you can imagine, you would probably instantly think of the absolute worst thing, maybe murder perhaps, but this is something that is not illegal. So the worst thing someone can do that legally they can get away with. Okay, great. Question number 23. Is it easy for you to show yourself love or speak kindly to yourself? Essentially, do you find it easy to love yourself, or is that a little bit more difficult? And I would really like to know why, if you could elaborate, but if you're not comfortable, just let me know. You would elaborate? Okay, I'm just going to add this to the notes. Okay, so this is for question number 23. Just adding the why so that you can elaborate. Question number 24. What is the best advice you've ever been given? Yes. Okay. Yeah, these do require some thought. All right. Question number 25. What is the last thing that has made you laugh out loud? Yes, so oftentimes we will be texting LOL, haha, and we're not in fact laughing out loud. What is the last thing to make you laugh out loud? Question number 26. What is the most surprising self-realization you've had? Okay, this one can be definitely tricky to answer, but there are no wrong answers here. I'll just remind you. So the most surprising self-realization, so something that you've realized about yourself that actually surprised you. Is that okay? Perfect. Okay, question number 27. Who was your role model growing up? So anyone that you looked up to. Could be someone personal that we wouldn't know, or even a celebrity. We would like to know who. Wonderful. Question number 28. What habit are you trying to quit? Self-explanatory. Okay. Question number 29. If you could have one superpower for a day only, what would it be and why? Perfect, yes. Wonderful. Yeah, you do have a lot of thinking to do for sure. The last question. Question number 30. What would the perfect you be like? Please describe. Number 30 is usually the most thought-provoking and challenging question to answer. What would the perfect you be like? You can describe yourself on the inside, on the outside, both. We would like to know what the perfect you would be like, and we would like a description of that. There are no wrong answers, so you want to go with your instincts. Have these be instinctual, but of course you'll have 24 hours to think these over and to send me your responses. Okay, just going to close up your file here. I think, yes, got it. Okay, so I've asked you the 30 questions. I've read them out loud. I'm just going to ask for your confirmation that you do understand them and you are comfortable to answer all 30 questions within the next 24 hours. Perfect. Great. Okay. Next question. Okay, so overall, how did all 30 questions make you feel? Yes, I would like you to answer me now. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna type this in here. This is going in with your file. Okay, so can you just explain a little bit more? Yes. Okay. Alright. Wonderful. Well, I'm happy that you found these both thought-provoking and personal, because that is by all means the intent. I look forward to reading your answers, and this is completely confidential. Even though I have your answers, they're going to be submitted anonymously, but they will be in a file with me personally, so no one else will know that you're answering these questions except for myself. Yes, this just helps me build a better rapport with my clients. Perfect. Thank you so much for taking part once again in this questionnaire, survey, and personal response portion. I really do appreciate it, and I'm so glad that you were able to understand the questions being asked. Yes, you're quite astute. You did not need very much clarification at all, so I am confident that these questions, which were tailor-made for you, are going to have beautiful answers behind them, and they're just going to take us one step further in getting to know you a little bit better. I just want you to know that this is a safe environment and you should feel completely comfortable here. Great. So all in all, how would you rate these questions on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to your responses, and I really do appreciate seeing you here at the LullingLisa Questionnaire Center. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here.